Good day to you. Welcome back to ChaosCraft. Well, my venting really did actually pay off in the last episode. Quite a few views, some wonderful comments, some really heartwarming comments, and back to normal this time. We are back to the base. We are going to walk around and show you a little bit about what has changed in the last month, because it really has been a month since a proper episode. A lot has changed, so without further ado, let's just do a quick whistle-stop tour. Down at ground level, we have no new AE2 stuff, but we do have, you may have noticed, these iron beams. Are they girders, I think they're called? Metal girders. They're Create Metal girders. I love them, and I'm actually using them to mark out where future building will go. Future building structures will go, roughly, so it's kind of like blocking them out. It's and they also look good as well, so they will probably stay and form part of the structure itself. But we're going to have some small low-rise buildings, a bit like we have over there with the little row of shops. I love the way it steps up to the warehouse behind it, and I will probably do something similar here. I've been playing about with quartz flooring. It's pretty nice, but it's not going to be something that will be prevalent throughout the area. This will just be here. Where we are here is going to be where this AE2 core, it will be my office building. So this will be a skyscraper. This will be the tallest building in the city. And it will be sitting over this little river here. And it will go, I'm not sure how high yet, but I've got some interesting designs, some sort of cyberpunky designs that will give me a lovely view from my office at the top over all the surrounding area. In this former cow barn, we have a auto crafting setup. Pretty simple. If we just let it load in, and then I've got a load of different auto crafting setups. So if I want to craft a storage component, I can. If I want to craft train track, I can. If I want to craft some gold ingots, and let's just say 100 gold ingots, please. I've got all of that. It's all automatic, and then it will go and make them for me from nuggets. So this is wonderful. I've used this a lot in my track lane, which is the main focus of this episode. Looking at railway, we have the train station. We've got like a front now. Not so sure about these pillar trims. They look a bit fancy, a little bit too expensive for this area. I mean, ground level, it's going to be where the lowest of the low hang around. Ultimately, it's going to be like a futuristic city, whereas the more money you've got, the higher you are. That's the plan. Anyway, so I might get rid of these and make this look a little bit more ruined. But this building along here will connect to the station. So this will be the front of the station. We've got a little concourse in here, and an unused area over there, which I have no idea what I'll do, but I'll think of something. And then heading upstairs, we arrive on the platform. So the platform is, I'm reasonably happy with it. These, of course, will go because these are just for construction purposes. But I really love underneath the track. I mean, this futuristic look of these different concrete blocks from chipped. So we've got them bolted, some hazards, some wired, which is this sort of circuitry here, and some grill type here, all in different colours, and it really does make this look futuristic when you combine it with the tileless tracks, which are basically, the bits in between the railways are missing, and I just think this makes it look so much more futuristic. I'm not sure about the platform textures at the moment. They're okay for now. I'm not in a hurry to change them. But I mean, I wanted something grim. This is why this quartz doesn't really fit in properly. And probably this glass as well. So I'll may well change that. The good thing is these are all framed cubes. So if you bear with me, all I need to do is do that and then change the texture with another block. So I've got flexibility there and to actually replace the blocks themselves. Over here, we've got some sidings using the traditional railways. Again, different concrete blocks here, different shapes. It's all very random. That's the whole point of it. It's not going to look tidy or even or uniform. It's random, it's futuristic. It's been built on by generation after generation. And this will be basically just a siding or a train yard. My giant train here is actually, I was in the process of emptying the barrels. You see, I've got a lot in there, which I need to clear out before I actually assemble the train again. But what this is doing is I've been going around on the railway line, and which now spans all the way from, to give you a little bit of context, if I can zoom out to, yeah, here we go. So Lovejoy's land over here. This is the Witch Village, my first base area. So the railway line goes there. It then comes to where we are now in my Swamp Punk village, down to Sandy's new place. She has moved from over here to here because she loves the cherry biome. Don't blame her. It goes there up to a community area, which we've identified as being fairly central, but also lots of open space for sort of exchanging of stuff, trading, etc., mini games. Who knows what else we'll do there, but we've got a nice community area there that we can all access through the train. And then all the way up here, took forever to build the train line. What is it? It's about here that it terminates with a portal into the Nether. The reason we've had to do that is because we need to gain some serious altitude, because the Y level of Dio's Island is, as you can see in the top of this, 194, whereas it's only 64 down there. So that's some serious altitude. That would just look ridiculous making a bridge like that. So we're going to use the Nether. We're going to link portals in a way that gains enough altitude to actually come out here. And without wanting to spoil the surprise, we've got something interesting planned for a railway connection to this Sky Island. Now that the tunnels have been created, they've been dug out. Actually, this is one wider than the trains will be. The reason this is one wider is because we want an extra block to be cleared out so that we can place some walls on tunnels to make them look a bit nicer and not just like this. I mean, it's got its charms. It looks natural, sort of. But we want something a bit nicer for certain sections of the railway line. I'll be building a machine to do that, as well as laying ballast underneath the tracks, because some sections of railway are just floating. And a good example of that is over here in the community area. We've got a lovely village over there. I'm just going to hide my icons if I can get the right button. We've got a lovely village here. The community area has sort of got this little cherry grove. It's a huge sort of flat plains area, which you can't see because I've only got a short render distance on. But it's all around here. Lots of fun will be had around here in time. But this is a good example of what I was saying, floating track. It don't look right. It looks ridiculous. You've got these dirt columns that I've used to pillar up to build the track. And I've had to do this manually because there's actually quite a long section that descends to a reasonable level and crosses a bit of a river area over there. But we need to think about making this look a bit more steady. And so what my plan is, I've got a lot of cobblestone from digging tunnels. I'm going to use the mechanical rollers, which actually allow you to fill underneath the railways. And we will put cobblestone all the way down, and then we will come back in and use dirt to make it more of a slope shape. And this is all vanilla create, if that makes sense. This is all part of the create. There's no tweaks that I've had to do that. It's all part of the mechanical rollers, which are just awesome things for railway building. And it should allow us, without a huge amount of effort, having got all the stuff collected already, to start making this look a bit better. I mean, it will just look like a wall. It will look very artificial and man-made, but I mean, that's what a railway is, right? So let's get back to my place, build this machine, and then let's get rolling. Actually, just solved a mystery of my missing items. If you look at these diamond barrels here, they've got, what, at least 3 times the size, the capacity. When you assemble the train, if I can reach that, can I reach that? There we go. If I assemble the train, I'll rename it to Gozer, because, you know, it's the destructor. That's what this thing is. and now it's lost a third of its capacity. It's a moving diamond barrel rather than a diamond barrel. So I actually had missing a lot of stuff, and that's the reason why. Yeah, it loses capacity when you construct the thing. So there's actually no point having diamond barrels on it in the first place. What a beautiful morning to build a train. Let's do so with this newly constructed station here. We'll create a new train. We've got the blue flag. Pop the train casing down there. And where's my wrench? Where are you? There you go. I can change. I can make it invisible if I want, or make it comically large. But you don't get a huge amount of choice for the wide gauge track. I mean, that does look ridiculous. I've got them over there. It does look ridiculous. But I'm not really going for looks. But I think I'll just stick with that for now. Let's make this fairly compact. It doesn't need to be huge. I think just enough room to sit on and to control. So yeah, that's the base. It's going to be, as all of my trains are, that one, and also the futuristic train that I've built that I'm looking forward to showing you. They're all 5 wide. This is why I've gone for wide gauge track, because it gives you a little bit more room and more interesting designs potential for tracks, for trains even. Okay, so we have, now I'm going to need glue later on. It's the thing I always forget to do. So we'll make it face, which way is the station facing? I think it's facing that way. So that means I think it's literally a matter of popping them down there, and you can filter them for different things, so we can have different blocks underneath the tracks. So this will be, how do you change the mode? Here we go. So sloped fill. This is the options: clear blocks and pave. So pave basically is the block below the track, so we can change that all to something more uniform. Straight fill is we'll use with cobblestone, which is basically all the blocks that are free below the track. So it could be multiple blocks below. And this is the slope that I was telling you about. And then replace tracks which don't want to do. So we can change them all individually, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Let's first of all get some... That's contraption controls. Oops. So this will be used to turn off... I think I will put them either side. So this will be used. One of these will be used to turn off the rollers, and one of these will be used to turn off the deployers. Deployers, which will be pasting the tunnel wall blocks to make them look pretty. Pop a seat in here. Forward-facing controls, backward-facing controls, deployers. I need to think about this. If we want to... So this is the train width. Let's just work this out. So it's the same width as this. So we want one gap, and then we want a block to be placed. So, no, other way, please. There you go. So that will then place a block one out. So that should work, I think. So what I'll do is, we've got 3 there as a test. What else do we need? We need storage. This is actually a reason to make this a little bit bigger, because we're going to need a lot of materials. Right, well, that's all I can build for now, but it will do. What else do I need to do? I'm missing some. Oh yeah, a way of actually putting stuff in the vault. Okay, that's all in. Just need to glue this. And I think that all looks rather peachy. There's no point in building walls on this thing or sides because the skeletons shoot through the walls anyway. There we go. We've got 8,000 cobble, 4,000 dirt. It should get us going. It probably won't be enough for the lot, but it's amazing how quickly these chutes send things down compared with a hopper. So stack at a time. It's amazing. So that took seconds to do. There's probably a lot more capacity in there, but it will do for now. I just need to test it out. We've got to set up these machines first of all. We want vertical column of cobblestone. I don't want. No, I don't. Why is it doing them all? Can I just do? Okay, that's annoying. I don't want cobblestone on the outside because that will look terrible. So it's in roller mode. Let's first of all we want clear blocks and pave, slope fill, replace tracks. What about do nothing? How about do nothing? That would be quite handy. We could just do paving for now. But what do we want underneath the tracks? I haven't thought that far through yet. Okay, we don't want paving. Straight fill below. Sloped fill below. Oh, it does it for more. It does it for all of them. So we can only do the same setting on each one. That's incredibly annoying. I want different settings on the outside ones than on the inside ones. So in that case, I'm just going to have to remove the outside ones and just do the cobble for now. And straight fill below. So we've just got a vertical cobble support, which will look horrendous, but we will then use slope dirt on the outside. Once that's done, that's annoying because it means either I have to replace these inside ones with two outside ones or just build a completely new train. Click with item to set. So, okay, so that will turn off the rollers so I don't end up filling in my station concourse with cobblestone. What else do I need? Let's pop this in here. There's no placing put on yet. I think because I've not put any filters on yet. I'm just... could I... No, I'm going to leave the tunnel until later. That's advanced stuff for me. I just want to get the floor sorted out underneath the tracks. So let's give it a try. Assemble the train. What are we going to call it? I think Holy Roller. Holy Rollers. Yeah? If you can think of something better, pop it in the comments. But for now, I think we're good to go. I'm facing the wrong direction. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and pop that in there. I want to turn the rollers off. Okay, so red means off. And then them off. So it means I'm not going to be filling in stuff below the station. Don't want that at all. Appear to be... Oh, it looks like it's already placed stuff. So the deployers at the moment are deploying cobblestone. Good job I turned them off. But I don't want my station area to look rubbish, so I'm getting rid of them. Right, let's head to Sandy's. We need to get in the right track because I'm British. We drive on the left, and we have a bridge here. And then once we get past that, in fact, it's only really the suspended sections that we need because this needs paving. Okay, so I've avoided crashing into my train, and I think we'll just pull up alongside it and I will show you what it looks like. So, okay, it's pretty brutal. It's got some sharp edges. It looks a little bit like some sort of anti-radar train, sort of a stealth train. I tried to go for Snowpiercer type train look, this kind of quite futuristic, grim looking thing, quite tall and quite minimal in terms of edges and features, and it's even quite minimal inside, although you do have, this is comfort. Look, you've got complete panoramic views, you've got a table to eat your food off of, and yeah, it is quite dark actually, but that might just be the shader packs which don't seem to work with the headlights. But yeah, it's all right, isn't it? I like it. It's very laggy, it seems, as well, and the bed is pointless because you can't actually use it when it's actually a contraption. So where did I put my train? Oh yes, over there. So that's it. You'll see plenty more of that in future episodes, but for now, let's go find some tractor to ballast and to support with our new invention. Oh, by the way, that is Sandy's new area over there. Okay, right. We have found ourselves a rather dangerous area. Who's firing at me? Have a bit of that. Right, okay, let's now turn on the... In fact, I think I probably would be best served to sleep. Because, yeah, I don't want to be attacked. Okay, the zombies are burning, the sun is shining, the rollers are on. So, if I can get the camera ready, it will hopefully show you. There we go. Nice. So that will eat up through my cobble, and because it's solid, it's filling in every block. But it does, at least it makes it look a bit more supported and a little bit more stable. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get to the end of this particular section. It's quite a long sort of viaducty section. I can always dig out some archways if I want, but the idea is to put some dirt on the outside. So I'll get to the end, I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll start with the dirt. Okay, 8,000 cobblestone blocks laid later. I've barely scratched the surface of this task. There's a lot more cobblestone than I thought. So what I am doing now is I've crafted a portable item cell and simply popped it in here, and using the cell workbench up here, you can see that I've added a filter. I think the term is partition, I believe, but effectively it's a filter, which means it'll only accept cobblestone. So I put that in the IO port, and as you can see, it's set to go from network, which is all on my storage, into the cell, and it is maxed out 23,000 bytes, so 175,000 cobblestone appears to be what I've got in there. So that's pretty much all my cobblestone that I've dug out tunneling, and now 175,000. Surely that should be enough. We shall see. It's going to be a slow process. I'm not going to bore you with watching me do it, but it will be done. And once I've done that, oh yes, also I've added another. I've added the 5 back again because I actually need to do all 5 with cobblestone, because the outside is only going to be on one side of the rails. Obviously, we're not going to want to do a slope in the middle. That just needs to be solid. several thousand cobblestone blocks later, you can see that there is a huge, ugly monstrosity of a wall here. So I'm trying to do the slopes. It's going to look better when the grass kicks in, which will take a little time, of course. But I just hope I've got enough dirt. 40,000 dirt is going to go into this, and that's all I've got at the moment. Yeah, it does look better. I mean, look at this. In fact, I need to get out here and show you in free cam. But it is an ugly, horrible wall, and it will look better when we have some slopes. It only goes 12 blocks down, sadly, so there's going to need to be some extra work here. I think there's a configuration setting that can be changed if need be. It's still going to look very artificial, like I said earlier, but it doesn't worry me too much. Once it gets green, at least it will blend in a bit more. So this train is actually a completely new train that I built just to build the slopes. All you need is one roller, and then it does the rest. Yeah, it's going to look much better like this. I have to do it both sides. I doubt 40,000 blocks of dirt is going to be enough. This goes on quite a way. It's probably the most difficult bit to do in terms of block numbers and the size of it. Everything else in other parts of the world is a lot lower. It's not as high above the ground and shorter, so it won't take as many blocks. I've got some creepers behind me, so I better get back to work, and I will bring you in at the end. And this is the end result. It does need to catch on. The grass is going to take a long time to grow, but it does look a bit better, doesn't it, with the slope? I might have to manually sort of make the slope look less uniform, but then again, ultimately this is what you would see in a UK railway embankment, and probably in other countries as well, I'd imagine as well. So yeah, it's consumed a structure there, and yeah, there's some other buildings nearby that have had their views somewhat constricted by this, including my mate down there, who's been watching me the whole time. Oh yes, I ran out of cobblestone there, so nearly finished. But yeah, it's better than it was. It's not floating railways anymore. Hopefully you'll appreciate the sheer amount of blocks that goes into something like this. And thank goodness there are contraptions that allow me to do this automatically. And I'm going to wrap up now. I'm back, I'm making videos, I'm enjoying my gaming, and I'm enjoying the comments that are coming in. So please drop me a line, ask me a question, make suggestions. What can I do? What do you want me to do next? We've got other players on the server. I'll try and do some more collab work with them. We do meet quite regularly on here, and yeah, there's lots of plans afoot on this server for the future. So stick with me, and we'll finish this railway line hopefully next episode, so that we can actually go and see people. How about that? And see how they're getting on in their own areas. Thank you for watching, and yeah, just really appreciate your time and attention and interactions. Yes, so I will see you in the next episode right here on ChaosCraft. Bye.